Chuck Hopkins is holding the final statement of the conference, but I'm staying out here, getting to know more about very good projects. And here's somebody from Egypt. All right. So please let us know about yourself, the initiative you're representing here.
My name is Boshra Salem, and I'm a professor and the head of the Department of Environmental Sciences at the University of Alexandria, Egypt.
All right.
I'm also the national coordinator of a multinational project implemented in 8 countries, and Egypt, of course, is one of these countries.
Yes.
And this project is for sustainable management of marginal drylands. It's called SUMAMAD. It has been implemented for 5 years now, and we are expecting another renewal for another 5 years.
Yes.
The project mainly has been chosen as one of the best projects for sustainable development, and that's why I'm here to demonstrate the project and to give up some of its publications and the report of workshops that has happened in the last 5 years. The project was also successful in producing a policy brief for decision makers on how to sustainably develop drylands in terms of the conservation of soil, water, vegetation, and of course the social dimension was put into consideration.
Okay. I see the picture to illustrate this a little bit. Here we go. This is a dryland.
In Tunisia.
Yes. I know about these drylands. 2 things. For example, that they are threatened by desertification, advancement of Sahara or other things. Also that there's consideration about putting jatropha and other such fuel plants, biofuel plants there that grow very well in these arid grounds and could be combined with food crops or so. Could you give us more practical insights what it really means then to transform these drylands?
It's not transforming drylands, it's using them sustainably.
Okay.
How to manage them, because drylands are these parts of the world that have very fragile ecosystems.
Yes.
And have very marginal production. That's why they are marginal, not just by being marginal geography, but also in terms of production. So these ecosystems in different places of the world, 90% of them, of course, are in Arab countries. They need special management, special way of dealing with them, deep understanding of the type and nature of interactions going in these ecosystems. So it is very important that we would implement this in the correct way, because biodiversity and other elements of the ecosystems, if they are threatened or if they are become extinct, they are irreversible. You cannot bring them back. So they are very difficult ecosystems to manage, and that's why we need to set up examples of how successfully you can manage such ecosystems. And this has been done in 8 countries, in 8 different sites. And it happened in a way that demonstrated to the social authorities, to the social community and to the local authorities how this can be done successfully, using the local resources but thinking sustainably.
Has there been a change? I've seen that traditional knowledge is important, and in many of these countries probably satisfying basic needs in these traditional rural areas has worked over many hundreds of years.
Yes.
Has there been a need now to change something because something has changed in the past? Did they use modern technologies that were not good in that area? Or is it climate change responses or population growth? Why now is there a new need to address and change the way humans that live there change their ways? How to?
It's not changing the way. It is merging the traditional knowledge with the new technologies.
Okay.
So in this project we were able to examine and document the traditional knowledge of the local communities living in deserts, and they know exactly how to deal with these harsh conditions. But we were also able to put this in the same database where technological data are, measurements, satellite images, geographic maps, whatever. So everything, when combined together, it gave another meaning to it. And new things emerged that was not obvious neither to the scientists nor to the local communities.
I
So
find
we
this
were able
amazing
to
always.
so we were able to combine both the innovative approaches of the social and
Yes.
local communities, and at the same time the scientific technologies that are being used nowadays.
And how is it with the local communities? Do they easily welcome this outside consultation, or do they think, oh, now they come with another development approach that won't work or so? Or what is your strategy of entering in a cooperative communication with the
That's
villages?
why-
It's also, I think, a matter of culture between us from academia and the people living in the land.
That's why when UNESCO and UNU were selecting the sites, it was also selecting the people that work in the sites.
Oh, yeah.
I have been working with these people for like 20 years now, and there's a mutual trust between us. What's important is the trust.
Yes.
Whenever you say you do something, you do it. Whenever you promise with anything, they take your word. So the mutual trust is important. And this is the only way that you can get into the deep interrelationships between them. So I was lucky, of course, to work with them. I'm very happy. When I go there, I sit with them. I eat what they eat. Sometimes I'm dressed the way they do, and we talk the same way. And we became friends, even family-wise. And they ask us a lot of consultations, sometimes medical, educational services, and we also work with the women, which is very good. I mean,
Yes.
they won't allow foreigners to get in, but since I'm a woman, I was able to get in, and I have empowered women there by making identity cards for them. They didn't have ones. And
Yes.
of course, they were deprived of all the services, all the governmental social services like education, health, etc. And even inheritance. They were not able to prove their inheritance in land, and they weren't able to register their children. So with these IDs, they were able now to be empowered, and they are very happy with this. And I'm very happy I was able to meet one of their needs.